Hello, and welcome to an early afternoon live stream. Let us get started. Okay, just give me a second as I reduce the music. And we're gonna move on with this. I'm actually gonna leave this music and then I'm gonna mute this Sims 4 music if it's gonna be there. So, all right, everybody, welcome to a very quick live stream. Okay, so this live stream, as you can see, it's a no CC build, and it's a build that I did promise one of my fellow creators, or Sims 4 players, should I say, that I would make, and it is a build of her dream home. So I'm actually quite excited because I've been kind of like putting things together in my mind of how I'll go about doing it, but I did know roughly the location that I wanted, which is this location. So in fact, what I have done with this build is what I am doing, should I say, with this build is pack restricted. It's basically pack restricted according to Rosie's packs that she has. That way, obviously, I don't end up building the whole thing. And then when she uploads it to her save file, a whole bunch of things end up going missing, which would be absolutely disastrous, you know? So what I did is I pack restricted this build, and then I have basically removed all CC as well. The reason being is I have nearly 100 gigabytes of CC in my in my CC folder, in my mods folder. So I wasn't sure which CC to include or exclude, if that makes sense, because obviously I didn't want to strain Rosie's system when she ends up having the CC that I have to build her home. So I figured the best thing I can do is actually just start it with completely no CC, and then maybe in the background at some point I'm probably just going to add a bit of CC here and there and see if Rosie's system can actually manage that CC. So I've zoomed out so much it actually keeps wanting to travel. So we're actually not going to stick around. As you can see, this is basically a no CC version of Rosie doing sit-ups. Hello, let me see, can I hear anything? Yeah, the volume is there. Let me just check the settings real quick. Audio, music is down, good. Sound effects, objects, music, that's fine. Voices, sound, yeah. UI effects, that's fine. And then I also actually want to check the actual, enable. Okay, not that I'm going to be needing it because I am playing my own music in the background, which is fine. So hello. So I want to try and, oh, what happened? What is, okay, there we go. I was thinking, what's going on? I want to try and see if I can get started with the build before the welcome wagon come in, because they get on my last nerve. But first thing we're going to do is, even if this is a no CC build, I have actually left certain mods in there. And the reason why I have left particular mods in there is because they help with the building elements. One of it is UI cheat. And so we are officially going to make Rosie a 2 millionaire. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. And we're gonna add it to that. Hang on one sec. Just replying to my brother. He literally messaged me. So 1 second, guys. I'll be with you 1 second. All right, so carrying on as we were. So Rosie is officially now a 2 millionaire. Okay, a multi-millionaire, should I say, to keep it simple. So hang on, what's going on with this? Hang on, I'm just checking on something real quick. I don't, okay, here we go. I think we are good. Yes, I don't, something weird was going on with one of my phones. So Rosie's a multimillionaire, and we are going to be able to utilize this basically to build Rosie's home. Now, you're probably wondering, you've seen on the thumbnail, for those who are watching from YouTube, you've likely seen the thumbnail, roughly what the build looks like. So before we actually get into build mode, I am going to actually show you what this particular property looks like. So I'm just going to go through the pictures really quickly. And so this is the build that we are going to be making. And so just to give you an idea, guys, right, in regards to this build, there is no floor plan. So that's the challenge that I'm actually looking forward to the most, is having this structure that I can see, you know, what it looks like, and I can see roughly where things are, and I have images of the rooms. Okay, I'm literally just gonna be, can I zoom in some more so you can see the picture can be a little bit bigger for you. You can see where the rooms are. So I'm literally going to be using these picture references to gauge what goes where and how. So obviously this is the aerial view that kind of gives me a rough idea in regards to the floor plan. So I will be using this to determine roughly, you know, the shape of the property, where the swimming pool goes, and then everything else kind of like, I might have to improvise a little bit when it comes to some of the landscaping. And like I said, this particular live stream is just so that I can launch this series. So as you can see on the title, it says part 1. So we're not going to be finishing this build today. It's absolutely impossible, because I'm literally giving myself only an hour on this live stream for now, and that's it, because afterwards I'm going to be going over to support Dietrich's live stream. So with that, let's continue to the next pictures. So as you can see, I do love the fact that we do have like some close-up images, and this is basically Rosie's dream home, that I think is already been sold or scaled to be sold. However, at the time when I said, yeah, I'll be more than happy to build it for you, I quickly downloaded the images. That way, obviously, I didn't lose them. So it's just unfortunate they didn't have a floor plan. But again, like I said, this is a bit of a challenge. And the trick about it, right, guys, for those who are like, you know, trying to get into building, or you love building, is when you have picture references, it's always good to zoom in. I do a lot of zooming in, because like, for example, here, if I don't zoom in, I would have never probably noticed that. Can you see this? There's like a sitting area for the shower. So things like that are really important elements. The shower itself is there. There's that sitting area. And I think there might be, is there something at the top? Okay, that's the edge of the glass thing. But this is really, really good. And I think this stuff like this is probably for people who are like disabled, very, very handy. I do like the fact that they've got the tilted mirrors, which means this one is probably like it's a his and hers, identical. So that part is kind of easy. So I tend to look at elements like that way. And then there's things like this, because the wall is all white, it's easy to miss things like this. Can you see how the wall kind of like protrudes there? So those are the tiny little bits that you have to pay attention to when building the actual floor plan. And that's what I'm going to be doing. So when I'm building the floor plan, I am going to be referencing the picture on the other screen, and then I'm going to do my best to mirror the floor plan. It's likely that this particular live stream is mainly going to consist of the floor plan and just creating the base structure of the build. And then the next live stream, obviously, we're going to start adding all the additional walls maybe and start painting. And then afterwards, what I tend to do is, for some reason, I've got this thing, I do love landscaping. So we'll probably move to the outside, sort out the outside, and then after that, we're going to go back inside, and then we're going to do the final furnishings, which is going to complete the build. So I'm looking at a possibility of maybe 3 or 4 live streams, and with each live streams that follow, it might be maybe 2 to 3 hours per live stream, give or take, because obviously live stream you're busy chatting away and stuff like that, whereas when you're doing it offline, I'll probably be able to do it in one sitting, but I'll probably spend a certain amount of hours. And as you can see, things like this, where you've got the tilted wall, but this is normally indicative of there being a roof in there. And I'll be honest with you, when it comes to The Sims, when you place a roof directly into a room, or a room directly into a roof, the problem is it gets very tricky when you're trying to decorate, because it just bounces everywhere on the camera, and that can be really tedious. But with that said, I still want to give it a try and see what I can pull off, you know, because why not, right? There is a trick that I can be able to utilize in order to just create that section be the tilt with the roof, and then that still be straight. And I will show you how I might be able to pull that off. So as you can see, it's got a gorgeous swimming pool, and I like the fact that it's got a semi like rustic vibe about it, which is kind of cool. So I do look forward to kind of keeping the swimming pool kind of simple. Obviously, the challenge I think will be this, because as you know, guys, we do not have stairs that go inside the pool. But also, in addition to us being able to make curved pools, we don't have an option to make curved stairs. I do know how to place stairs, by the way, inside a pool. For those who don't know how to do that, when we get around to doing the pool, I will show you if I remember to do that. For those who are watching and you do remember that I mentioned this, you can always feel free to remind me that I said I would show you how to put stairs in the pool. They're not functional once you put them in, but it's for decor purposes. And the kitchen, okay, the kitchen is a typical kitchen. And I'm just looking, see that, like, there's so much structure going on here. There's so much going on. Whether I'll be able to pull that off, that's a whole different story altogether. I don't know. We shall see. Looking at all the rooms, it should, it's going to be a fun build. It's not going to be easy, but this is the type of challenge that I personally enjoy doing, because that, I think, is what helps build your skill. Hey Shay, welcome to the stream, Shay. I'm only here for an hour, and as you know, afterwards we're gonna go straight onto Dee's stream, because he's doing, I think, is it building as well? I can't remember, because I saw, just as I was setting this up, I saw he has a stream scheduled, so, which is perfect timing, because I didn't plan on staying long for this particular stream. So how are you doing today, girl? You doing all right? This is Rosie's dream home, by the way. But I'm making it no CC because Rosie, I think, is still on Mac, and the amount of CC that I have, as Rosie would put it, she's like, probably make her Mac explode. So if I was to use all my CC to make the build, which would be absolutely hilarious. Ooh, this is gonna be fun to do. And I know exactly how. Oh, wait, no, wait. She doesn't have. Oh, unless they made them base game. So there's a particular, like, sliding doors that came with what's that? I always call it the romantic pack. Some call it the what is it that some call it? Some called it the, I can't remember the other name that people used it. Where people are just like loosey goosey and stuff like that pack. But it's got some sliding doors that enable you to create this amazing type of style, like a shower. So let's see. Okay, we'll see what we have. So pack restricted and no CC. There's garage down there, and that kind of protrudes out there. That should be interesting. That, isn't it gorgeous? That bathroom is gorgeous. I can see why Rosie loves this house. The windows are going to be interesting because look at the way they're so close to each other, but technically it's not another floor. But that protrudes out, so that's part of the roof technically. Okay, if that's part of the roof, then I'll be able to pull that off. That should be fine. That should be fine. So I am basically looking at protruding part of the, no, hang on. If I want to add this, I might have to use, you know what, the beauty about loving building is being able to have the possibility of being able to use live edit objects, because I've got I've got Better Build By. Better Build By has got my debugs in there, has got my live edit objects, and I'll be able to pull this off because this is literally going to have to be a foundation in order for me to get it to be this way and put the stair like this, and then everything else will have to start from like up there. So when there's a foundation there, I cannot put a door. That's the only thing. The only other option is to keep this normal and then make this a platform. And then kind of like, yeah, platform this. That way I can still be able to make like a garage door of sorts. I don't know if these are doors as well. It's not really clear. There's also lights there. So I think there might be doors to a basement or something. A wine cellar. Possibly a wine cellar. And let us have a look. Okay, another bedroom. Oh, this looks like, obviously this person is a musician. And loving the door. Okay, I love a good foyer. Listen, when you make a build, always look to see if you can add a foyer. I love a good foyer where you have like a desk or something for the keys and a light and a mirror. It just looks good. It looks cute. This, I think we have a door that looks similar to this, and so I'll see how I can implement that. And then there's the swimming pool. Again, the shape is not an is an easy one. It's just getting the stairs to be done. Everything else I think should be pretty simple. Okay, that's a close up. Wow, lock and bolt. Let's see. Hang on, was that a okay. The stairs. Okay, you can make stairs in this way with the Sims and actually add a wall right next to them as they like turn around. So that's okay. I think is this where we started from? Oh yeah. So the last few screenshots that I took is I actually also took screenshots from the property of the actual specs. So the interior has literally got 5 bedrooms, 7 bathrooms. Full bathrooms are technically 5. So in other words, the other 2 are probably just toilets. One half bathrooms, 2 of them, yeah. Which are basically toilets. Forced air, radiant, okay, heating, cooling, central appliances include dishwasher. So all these things are going to be very handy when I'm placing, when placing the items. It's a shame I didn't see laundry day as part of Rosie's packs. So which means it's disabled in my game, which means I won't be able to put a washer or dryer. However, I will probably put something that will act as though it's the washer dryer. I'll try and I'll literally have to MacGyver it. Cathedral ceiling fans, okay. Flooring hardwood, okay. Blinds and screens, basement and finished walkout access. I think that's the X section I was talking about that I can see. Attic, dormer, walk up, total structure area. Well, we go with what the Sims gives us in that case. Parking total space is 4. Parking features, there's a garage space is 4. Patio porch, blah, blah. Okay, has views, yes, blah, blah. So the other bits and pieces don't really matter. Cedar, shingle siding, okay. All right, so now that we kind of have gone through that and I've shown you, now you know what. Oh, hey, Sarah. Sorry, Sarah, I was literally looking at the I was literally looking at the slideshow, so I couldn't see the multi-chat. Hey Sarah, how are you? Isn't it a cute house? A good building series. I'm excited as well, Sarah. I'm so excited and welcome. I hope you are good and I hope the family is good as well, Sarah. Sarah's over on Twitch and obviously Shay is over on YouTube. So let us go ahead and hide this and let's get into build mode. And this is actually a, you know what I did? You know how it is massive, Shay. It's a massive undertaking. But listen, if you've seen my mega mansion, literally Rosie's build does not even begin to compare with the amount of stuff I did with my mega mansion. Rosie's build in comparison is probably a walk in the park. You're all here. Ah, hey family. Literally, Rosie's build in comparison to what what I chose to do, should I say, because it was my choice. No one forced me. With the mega mansion, Rosie's build is a walk in the park. So at least that kind of helps. Well, I don't know. I hope. Okay, let's go. Let us get right into build mode. Here we go. We might even have to add more millions to her. I didn't check the actual price of the property actually to see like, okay, roughly how much it's going to cost me to build this particular one. So let me actually hide my goals, my Twitch goals, because I feel like they're getting in the way. There we go. All right, guys. I'm going to actually, on my other screen, I'm going to minimize the slideshow. I'm not going to put it on the screen on you guys because of the simple fact that like it will just block your views. So I'm going to go back to the main because I need to see that area view is the best thing that I have. It's the only thing that I have that gives me a rough idea of the floor plan. There it is. Okay, so I'm just going to zoom in on it, see, and that way I can also see the chat. Okay, so oh dear. Okay, I did choose a 64 by 64, so I did choose a large lot. I'm gonna change that to say Rosie's dream home, so that if I ever have to save it, we're gonna save that. Okay, I'm trying to figure out which section I should make the front. So the swimming pool, it's really weird. The way the house that Rosie has, do you know what I'm going to do? Let me do this real quick. Even if I have that way I can bring it up from time to time in terms of just the structure, but while still having the slideshow. Let me add a picture, just one of them. Aerial view. View. And then oh, where's it taking me? And then random, yeah. Simspiration and Rosie. And can I have that aerial? Just the one aerial view, and that's it. Okay. Because my thinking is every now and then I can always pop it up onto the screen if I need it, and then hide it easily. So let me just put it there, lock that in there. So for now, what we're looking at the corner of that screen, can I make it smaller? Do I need, no, that's fine. I need to try and figure out, can you see, like whilst I'm tilting, where the swimming pool is down here, it's looking like it could be there, but I don't want the swimming pool to be, I think the swimming pool needs to be at the back. It's a bit awkward. So now when I look at, but the driveway is right there, you see, which kind of looks similar to this. So that is the front. So now, okay, do you know what I'm going to do? I do not have the best sense of direction. I literally am that person that will tilt a map so that it makes sense to me. So I am going to tilt this picture too, if I can. Let me see if it's going to allow me to tilt this picture. Hang on. I think in the properties. No, not in the properties. Sorry. In the settings for it. Where? Hello? There we go. Rotate. Do we have a rotate? I know we've got a scale. There should be a rotate option. The funny thing is with OBS, there's a lot of things that we don't use. There we go. Under transform, there should be... I don't want to fit to screen. Edit transform. Yes. Yes. Can I rotate from here? Size. Rotation. There we go. I knew it. I knew it. Okay. Which direction? No. That way. That way. So that would be 180. I think minus 180. So let's... Oh, where did it go? It's literally completely gone off the screen. I can actually see it. Hang on. Let me bring it back. There you are. Although it makes it... No. It puts it upside down. I better not be spending time trying to fix this. This is ridiculous. Transform. Edit transform. So if I did that, and that was 180, so... The idea is... I suppose it's going to have to be at an angle. This is so mad. This is madness that I'm doing right now. Come on. Because I just want to be able to see it. Okay. You know what? This is not making sense. Just put it back the way it was. It's fine. Reset. Yes. Okay. What I would do is I will rotate the one that's in my preview. Because on here, it's not working out well. On here, it's not working out well. I will rotate the one in my preview because the rotation there is literally easy peasy pumpkin squeezy. Makes life easy for me as well, and confuses people less. So yeah, okay. Save options, save a copy. Yeah, that way I don't have too many copies of the same thing. Brilliant. And then I can zoom that in and just use both. Okay, because that way it gives me an idea of where I need to place the swimming pool, you see. Okay, so by looking at the rotated version that I've manipulated in my picture viewer, the swimming pool is going to have to go there, which is kind of perfect because look at that, beach views. And that bit where the tree is up here, and then the house structure itself will come, like it protrudes more out here, and then the rest of it like that. Okay, you see, that's all I needed. I really needed to see it that way. Otherwise, I would have suffered trying to figure that out. Okay, at least we've got that sorted. Right, let's move right along. Let's bring OBS back. And there. Okay. So, whilst you guys are looking at it, and okay, so let me start. I'm gonna do a basic. Hello, hello, Miss Gondway. Hey, Steph, how are you? We're building today, girl. Okay, so let me bird's eye view, please. And then, was that a bird flying? Oh my gosh, did I stop? Did I pause when the birds were literally mute view? So this bird, hang on, that's actually going to get on my nerves. Let the birds fly by. Please move. Oh wait, are they circulating the area? No, can you please go, seagulls, please? You're going to get in my way of my build. Leave! And you know, when you go close up to them, they're so stiff looking. It's actually not... so stiff looking. Okay, I think most... No. Yes, this is better. Okay, let's go back. All right, so angle wise, actually I should have probably just done this because that is actually similar to the way the picture is. I literally should have just turned this. I honestly don't know, sometimes I'm so extra for no reason. All right, okay, the tiling, I have no idea what the tiling is roughly, but I'm literally no, too close to the I think something like this. Okay, I'm just gonna roughly put everything roughly out. Okay, that's the roofing that's kind of caused them to be that way. And then there's another structure that comes down this way. Okay, but this one is the bigger one. So why I've made that one bigger is beyond me. You can move this way. And then you can move. I'm too zoomed out. Okay, because that's kind of like, I think it seems the main house. Let's bring that out there like that. And then we can make this a little bit bigger. Yeah, because that one actually just... Wait a minute. It protrudes. So that can come there. It's the top one that actually... Hang on. Let's make it a high ceiling. Okay. It's the top one up that actually protrudes out. Because I can see the stilts at the bottom. Can you see them? And then there's a little footpath. Okay, so now I need to try and see if I can find an image that's kind of like a slight close-up to, and then there's this gap that we need to get rid of right this moment. Okay, yeah. That's gonna get my nerves. There we go. This structure is kind of, yeah, and I want to make sure, okay, so this doesn't have a fence. The front area kind of sort of has a fence. So if I do this, yes, we've got this, and I could always use this to say, yeah, but it's literally not going to be part of the lot. So it kind of defeats the purpose. So what I will do, one of the things that it reminds me of is something that I've seen in is it debug? I think it might be live edit. Hang on, let me see. Might be in the live edit items. There you are. There you are. Is there a half one? Oh, you see that with the little tree. I might be able to get away with using this round. Oh wait, this one, and just make two of them. Aha. I just accidentally clicked F1. I'm so annoying. I'm so annoying. Seriously. Okay, I found them quite quickly anyway, so there's that. I should be... I actually feel like I can't find stuff quickly if I don't expand. There we are. Let's do that again, are we? And 1, not F1. Thank you. All right. Page down, please, so we can see the grid. So it's literally going to align with the circle that's in the middle, because that's literally also in the middle, and the tree. So what I will in fact do is just do that. Where's the circle? The one? Okay. I think that's the middle. Just zoom in, please. I'm so zoomed out. I think that's the middle. That looks like... No. Is that the middle? Yeah. That's the middle. And then bring that here. Hey, Humphrey, welcome to the stream, Humphrey. How are you doing today, Humphrey? And there. So what I can do with this is I can possibly, because it looks like there's stones and a bit of grass, so that's what I'm going to end up doing with this particular structure, and then adding a tree, not that one really. The tree that, I mean, it was a different, I think maybe it was fall. So the tree that was there is kind of withered. Should I use the debug trees? Let me just go ahead to the actual outdoor trees. And I should be able to find one that's kind of close. Let's see what that one looks like. Yeah, this one's a bit more green, but that's fine. That should be fine. So I should be able to kind of like add the tree there, and then I'll get the other one so I can get different shapes. Well, it didn't really quite, but that's fine. That is fine. And then we are going to add some stone edge, stones, grass, sandish stuff. And obviously these things are quite high a little bit, so everything you put will tend to kind of sink in. So I'm gonna do this. Especially if it's flat items, they'll definitely sink a little bit. I feel like, is that too, hang on, there are some flatter stones. Oh, those are much higher. Hang on, let me see. These ones, yeah. Yeah, I think these are better. They seem to match as well. Like, you know, I know there's some people who build like with the, who play, should I say, with the Sims 3 camera. But when I use the Sims 3 camera, it's only when I'm trying to perfect a certain angle. So I literally click on it, press the Alt key, and then with the left mouse key, it allows me to be more precise with my structuring there. And then I can literally go back to the Sims 4 camera, because I only started playing Sims 4. I've never played Sims 3, 2, or 1. Oh, wait, is that a flat? Oh, that's so wide apart. Okay. Yeah, no, you. Let's see what grassy type stuff we can use on here. Aha. Perfect. Perfecto. Let's see. It's okay if some of the grass comes out to the edge, because I'm just looking at the way the build is as well. Although I feel like I need to minimize this one a little bit. Just a little bit. There we go. Get another one and then minimize it as well. So the idea is to get these ones now to kind of create like a little, pretty much similar to what I'm seeing. And the thing about building is that, honestly, if you feel like something doesn't look good after the fact, you can change it. You are free to change it. What else can I use that kind of looks like grass? Let's see what you guys have got. Oh, is that mud piles? Can I make them bigger? Yeah. That's it. This is literally the type of thing I was looking for. Because it's looking a bit to the dry side. So my thinking is, I don't want it to be fully green. I do want it to look like the season that's in the picture, even if my tree is completely green. Although with that said, you know, certain trees do change as well depending on the season, even if they're technically not fully functional. In terms of like Sims can't interact with them. They do change according to season. And also I want to use it as an opportunity to get rid of this. Oh, what is that? Annoying insect literally just flew right in front of me. That's annoying. And there. Because I do want this to kind of like, I don't want that line to show. There we go. Piles of dirt to make it look more like, okay, yeah, a bit of grass, a bit of dirt here and there. Is there more maybe? They are. I love oh, this is the one that's more. Hang on, never mind. I will use them all. It's fine. It is fine. There. I hate the fact that it's trying to poke out. Don't poke out. But at the same time, maybe actually that's actually to make it look more natural as well. So that should be a-okay. Let's see, and up here. There. Okay. Obviously, we haven't even started building the thing, and we're already doing a little bit of landscaping, which was not part of the plan. However, did I dig? Why does this structure look... Wait a minute, something looks odd. Did I push this down? Hang on. Yeah. How did I do that? I was like, that looks a bit dented in. Okay. So this is the terrain tool. Actually, the terrain tool is handy when it comes to trying to get structures done. So let me go to the other pictures. I want to see what the grounds look like. I'm just looking at the ribbon to see where the next picture is. That's kind of like shows me a better aspect of the ground. Okay, I see grass there. Grass there. How about here? Ah, okay, so it's almost like tar. Okay, it's like tar. So something like this, but a little bit more grayer. Yeah. So a bit more gray. That's what it is. So let me now quickly go back to the area view so that I can actually see that structure. Okay. Bird's eye view, please, so I can see what I'm doing. I wish these trees weren't blocking, but it's fine. I'll have to improvise. Okay. So this kind of comes like this a little bit. And that... And I think it kind of only reaches like there, because the rest of it goes up to the side. See, there's a bit of grass, so which means I might have to move. I might have to maybe, I don't know, reduce the size of the house, because I still want to be able to have that green area available to me. So let me change this to that one and increase it inside, please. Yes. So I'm able to make it a little bit straight for a minute. And it stops right near the back, but not fully to the back by the looks of things. And kind of like that, roughly. Okay, I think this will do. This is fine. It's not to scale, but we're not here to be perfect. We're here to just make something decent. Okay. All right, so this is where, remember, I think I mentioned earlier in terms of like using platforms versus, because up here there's stairs that come up here, and there's some stairs and then more stairs, which again is indicative that this is actually on a higher structure. So which means I am, you know what, I'm probably gonna have to let go of having to build a basement. Oh, I think I still can. I'm not 100% sure, but I'll see what I can do. But I think I will have to raise this in order for me to do the rest, because yeah, that's 1, 2, 3, 4 stairs. So if I do this, okay. And the other part is actually, it's really weird that I'm gonna have to raise all this using terrain tool. Basically, I am not, honestly, something that I have definitely not practiced a lot is the terrain tool. I have not practiced the terrain tool much. However, can I no, I don't want it to be soft. Yes. Speed, is that slower? I'm hoping that makes it slower. Oh, is that faster? Hang on, let me see. Oh, that's too fast. That's too fast. Okay, let's slow it all the way down. All the way down, yeah? There we go. Okay. So this entire part, so like literally the idea is I am gonna be is No, not flatten. Flatten to height. Smooth terrain. I want it to raise, so I'm just gonna have to keep using this because I was hoping I could just put the height and then it reaches the height that I want it to reach, so that's fine. But I think where the white line is where it literally will reach anyways. There we go. There we go. I've purposely slowed it down because I don't want to... Okay, I might have to increase... Oh my gosh, hang on. Increase a little bit speed because we're not getting back. You see that? That's what I'm... That's what I was trying to avoid. But it's fine. We can flatten it to size eventually. Literally building a mountain right in front of the house. That's fine. I will flatten it afterwards because again, I'm not very well trained with terrain tools. However, I do know how they work. I just have to, you know, get accustomed to them. So we've literally just built a whole mountain in front of the house, but that's fine. That is perfectly fine. Do not fret, guys. Can you see there's also stairs that go down towards the pool? So, which means, hang on. Okay. I think we're getting somewhere. What time is it? Okay, good. Okay, so now when I decide to flatten to height, I get to choose where. So I'm going to use increase, decrease. Okay. Control plus that. Okay. So I want it to be... you go up a bit? There. I want everything to be there. So no matter where I am, it will literally stay on this level. Because it's on the same level as... So like I said, I know how the terrain tools are supposed to work. I just don't use it that often, if I'm going to be honest. And I think I should practice using it more often. I should practice using it more often. Hang on, let me minimize this. So I can see the chat. Because I actually can't see the chat. It is quite cathartic though, isn't it, when you're using the terrain tools, the sound effects. So, and I think, if I'm not mistaken, even when you go outside of sections like here, yep, it also raises it anyways. So here, we're not trying to raise it up too much on these other areas. So I'm actually going to bring it down there, but I need to decrease the speed and then decrease also the size, and I need it to literally come off there. Yep. Is it soft? I want it to be sharp, please, because we need to be very exacting right now. Yeah. I don't know why that one's there. Never mind. Never mind. And then the pool is going to be around here. So we are actually going to make that space. As a matter of fact, it seems to align with that roughly where those stairs are. So I'm actually going to get rid of that. I think I might have to put some stairs. If I can't find an image within the images that I have that contains what's in front of this, then I'll have to improvise as to what goes there. Otherwise, in the meantime, in between times, this is literally that. Thank you. Thank you. Okay. So, you know what? I'm just realizing that the terrain tool is actually not too difficult to use. I think it's one of those things that's daunting when you look at it, but it's actually not too tough. Well, look at that. All right. So now, I think, do I still need to? I think I need to add one more height. One more height. Okay. Flatten to height. That's us. Increase this. Let's put it there so I can see exactly. Yeah. Okay, it's made it shorter. No. So maybe further up. There. Yeah, I think that should be okay. That should be all right. Let's do bird's eye view again. Zoom in. the good thing about doing builds in where you have a sim as opposed to in live edit, world view mode, sorry, is you get to test stuff. It can be a bit tedious when you're trying to test stuff, but you have to literally leave live edit and then go and get a sim, plop them in. This makes it easier. And let me save because I do not want to regret this. Okay. Next step is even if I'm kind of jumping the gun a little bit, I just want to see. Okay, so there's a step and a step. So which means a part of this is slightly, it's like this part is slightly higher and it kind of goes at a curve. So I feel like it's like this. So that stays up, that goes down by 3, 2. How many is it? It's looking like I've only got 1, 2. Thinking. So does this mean this is a lot higher? I think this might be a lot higher. All right. Okay. So which means I get to raise that bit that I was talking about. And then I leave, but I have to use this one for at first. And sharpen it, please. Yes. Make it a little bit smaller, I think. But do raise it. Control up. Okay. Okay, yep, that part is good. So now the rest of it, because this is a circle, so I want to try and create that. It's going to be a bit weird because for some reason, even if it's terrain, it doesn't do perfect curves, which is weird. Let's see how this is looking. Okay, let's go back to the square version and continue. Okay. It seems it's kind of like that because the stairs that come down to the swimming pool area do go down quite a bit. And reduce that in size. There we go. Hang on. No, I'm not trying to do anything. Can you cancel that selection? Thank you. Ah, that actually looks quite pretty. I like. Okay, it did create the curve like I hoped. Voila. All right. We are now going to try and place these stairs. So I'm just going to place random stairs, and then afterwards, obviously, I am going to be just, can you push that in, please? It's because I haven't put a door yet. Okay, so here's the thing. The way this, yeah, the stairs actually are quite wide, so I'm gonna do that. Oh, I think it doesn't go in because of the structure. And then I think the other stairs, which I do see, they're technically in front. So bizarre. That one and then in front. Oh, wait. That's up there. That comes down. Are you telling me there's another little mini structure? Hang on, let me see. Okay, so it's up here. So I'm gonna bring that down just. It seems there's like something like this here. Something along these lines. Okay, so let's get rid of the stairs for now. Let's go back to this. Place that. Right. because I need the stairs obviously to be able to fit. Bring that forward a little bit. Okay, and then bring the stairs back. Trying to figure this out. I think there might be 3 stairs. The other stairs, I can't see them. They're not in view. However, I feel like this is roughly how it is. I'm going to have to take another because the other stairs are actually thinner. Why is it pressing them down? That's interesting. Why are you pressing down? So unnecessary. Hello? And then I think this is me literally improvising a little bit. So I have to figure out why. Hello? Because no. I do want it to be right there. Circle, please. Ooh, that's too big. Okay. If I let go, let's see how it's looking. Yeah. Okay, it's still slightly curved, although I don't like that bit. So let's fix that. Let's fix that right now. And by raising that ever so slightly. Hang on, let me see. Is it on the same level? Oh my god, I was wondering where the thing was. Right there. No, it's not. Up. There we go. Right there. There we go. Hopefully. Yeah, that will have to do. We'll fix it up with the grass and everything, you know, when we paint it. Because we'll literally have to do something along this line to kind of like make it look more. Although this is like mulch. Is this mulch? Deep forest. Oh, that's okay, that's moss. Bright moss. Okay. It's also green. Where's the other normal grass? Where's this grass that's already on there? Where on earth is it? Because the other's got all these little flowers. We're not trying to look for that. And this is too bright. You are a strange game, you are. Alright, we'll use this. Let's increase that in size, please. Let's just... I mean, if it's forcing us, we might as well just go with the flow. And we still have to put like a little footpath that comes like this way. And that bit dips in again. What is this? Oh, I did set myself up for a challenge indeed. That kind of dips in as well. Oh my goodness. Okay. Now, we went and rubbed over things that we were not supposed to rub over. Yes? Yes. So let's try and fix that. Let's go ahead and fix that. That's an easy fix though, if I'm going to be honest. It's an easy fix. Okay, so the other stairs now. Let's see the... Is there enough space still for the pool? Yeah. Okay, let me find... There is an actual clear picture of the pool. Is there another one? There's this one that I'm looking at. No. There should be another, no? Or is it just the one of the bird's eye view? I could have sworn there was another picture of the pool that I saw. That gives me like a... Ah, there it is, yes. There is the pool. Okay, so... I am going to try and see... hang on. Properties, yes. Let's just switch this one with the pool temporarily. That's the good thing, is I don't even have to keep adding more pictures. I can literally just change it. So that's taking up too much space, so let's reduce that in size. There we go. Okay, the pool. Obviously the pool technically is like at this angle, so that's what we're doing. Okay, do I need to move the house? I don't want to move that. That isn't perfectly where it should be. This maybe back a bit, but I feel like I would destroy things. Okay, I'll have to figure it out. Figure it out. You can do this. All right. Round pool. This bit is where the staircase. Okay, I think the staircase is kind of like there, right? Hang on, let me look at my. Give me 1 second, guys. I need to see where those that staircase is. Let's see. It's at the top. Which top section though? Okay, so the staircase is there. Okay, so the staircase is literally like around this section there. So which means the staircase is there. Okay, that's fine. That is fine. Zoom right in. Wait, this should be hang on, let me do that again. Yeah, there we go. I was wondering why it wasn't turning around. I was literally turning around and nothing was happening. Okay. I know I say okay quite a lot. It's like saying right. Yeah. All right. Let's take that. Turn that around. Okay. I'm gonna. Can I pull this out a little bit? Hang on. Let me see if I try to add another. So I'm trying to create a particular angle. But it's not gonna give me what I. Hang on. There? No. There. Yeah. No. Okay. I'm just trying to think. How best can I make this work? How can I make this work? This one, I can bring that in. Right. And if I do this, and then I do this, no. I wanted that to go in. So that's not it either. Okay. How about this? I increase that, and then I increase that. I want to be able to create them like, oh wait, but wait. Actually, I just thought of something. Okay, so since I've got this like this, can I make this smaller a little bit? Perhaps 1 tile? Yes, perfect. Okay, so you, my friend, it curves inwards, right? So if it curves inwards, because the pools only go out round, but they don't. But I think I've done something like this before. I'm trying to remember what I did. I know that I've done something. Because this can't go at a 45-degree angle, right? And because it can't do that... Hang on. Because it cannot do that. Hang on. Turn around. Sorry, I know part of me is literally thinking out loud, like, if I cannot, I have to create obviously a whole different structure of a pool that can close off. And I actually want to turn that into a bit of a squarish to just give it room. No, it's not going to do it. What about this one? Okay. And this. Okay, it won't do it. This way. Interesting. Think. Think. Okay, so it's not quite, but it's given me my back and my front, but it's not giving me the angles that I'm looking for. So how can I get rid of, oh, okay. You did not just get rid of my entire pool. You must be having a laugh. Oh, it's such a tedious process. Hang on, let me, okay, you know what? Yeah, let's get rid of the whole pool. Let me try something. Because the idea here is that if it was just because of the fact that everything is straight, right? So it's this, no, this, 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 wait, this, no, turn, yep, turn, yep. That's the thing, for it to be drawing in straight angles. This is roughly, and maybe I'm making it too big as well because she doesn't leave space for the rest of the rest of the pool. Hang on. Maybe make it smaller. All right, let's try that again. Come on, yeah. No, angle. Yeah, there we go. There we go. Let's see what we can do with this. So this is the idea of roughly what the shape of the pool should be. However, I need to, oh, come back. That's it. Okay, I need to find a way now to make some of these sides curved. So I'm going to try and use this to try and create those curves. Okay. Turn around where they can fit. Can it fit there? I feel like that will make it. I need that curved. I need this side curved as well. So I'll have to do that and then maybe bring that in. Yep. Okay. We're not going to get the exact style in the middle, which is annoying without mods. But we can come close. We can come close indeed. And it's literally somehow starting to look like a dog's bone. It's literally starting to look like a dog's bone. This is hilarious. Hang on. Okay, there. All right. And then that can be pushed up there now. Or maybe that one over there. There we go. Turn around. Voila. Although I have to fix this now. Hang on, how can I fix that? I think if I... hang on. Okay, and then that's gonna force me to now, that will at least allow me, should I say, not force me, to do this in the hopes I can do that and bring that in. And then I think I might put, if I put certain things around it from debug, I will create a similar structure, like in terms of curviness and, you know, the round bits and pieces. I'm gonna bring that out a bit. Oh, you won't let me. Hang on. It's because of that. Can I push that in? No. Okay, that's fine. And so, which means, can I do that? No. Can I do that? Okay, to allow me to do that, I can go up like this. Oh my gosh, it's so annoying when it does things like this. Okay, so it's literally not gonna let me fix that bit. Okay, let's turn that around. Let's see. Ah, but I can. Oh, wait a minute. I thought it greened it for a second there, and it literally changed its mind last minute. That is so annoying. Yeah, not there. I don't want it there. Uh, that is so annoying. It gave it the green light and then it changed it. I need to find a way. I might have to just bring this back in. It's the only way. I wish I could make these curved as well. Hang on, let me see. No. No, just go back. Just go back. Return things how they were. Yeah, that one going after that. That one can come out, but I doubt it's going to let me do that after the fact. So that I can go back. So the idea is basically to be able to get something that's in live edit. Hang on, let's see real quick. Because I'm supposed to be ending the stream now. So let me just do this real quick. Although it's a tedious process. Is it? No, it's a debug item actually. It's not a live edit item. It's like a little structure thing. And you literally have to be very precise. But the beauty is if you've got tool mod, it saves you having to create so many duplications of that structure, if I can find it. I wish I remembered the name, because with Better Build By, I can actually search for names of items. I don't have to like scroll through everything. Where is that structure? Where is that structure? Where are you? Where are you? It's like a white block. It's literally a white block. What's this? It's a puzzle. No. That's a snow puddle. Come on, debug. Where is the item? And I think if I'm not mistaken, is it base game? Or maybe it's in another pack. That's probably why I can't find it. If that's the case, then I have to improvise with something else. Okay. Let's see what Live Edit has. Live Edit does have a lot more things. I mean, it's got these fences, but that's not what we're after. We are not after the fences. And that, unfortunately, is just a plank, and it doesn't change to like a white. Where is that piece of structure? Where are you? Things that don't talk, eh? Okay, we've reached the bottom, so there's nothing there either. Okay, I'm gonna go to decorations, and I think I'm gonna check in miscellaneous decorations. Lip balm. I bet you see how big it looks on the picture. You bring it in, you can hardly see it. Like, there it is. Literally there. Can you even see it at all? There. It's a tiny little thing. That's always frustrating. You're like, oh, there's something I can use, and then you put it in the build, and you're like, oh wait, it's very small. I literally cannot use it for anything. I mean, the other option, honestly, is to use the stones. That's another one, you know. But and we have to make sure that when you do put any debug items, they have to be debug items, or items that your Sims can actually walk through. Because can you imagine going through all that hustle only for your Sims to say, yeah, I can't get in the pool because you've blocked the entire way, even if they technically should be able to just jump over. They will not do that, because that is not how they are wired, literally. So there's that. Okay, I can't find the structure. So the idea basically is to be able to have a structure that gives curvature similar to this. Let me bring that out. Similar to this. You see what I mean? Because when you've got something like this, you can actually get away with creating all the shapes. Can you see the pool itself is literally like this shape? So you can literally get away with using the debug items, but it's just finding one that's actually this shape. It's annoying. I mean, another option obviously is to use the same ones and literally structure them in a certain way so that they cover, but then again, then I have to worry about positioning them, and then like it's a lot, because that would help to a degree, I think. So I don't know, we'll have to come back to that, to be honest. But let me quickly show you guys the staircase trick that I told you about, that I mentioned, right, before we close this stream. So the staircase trick is, you basically, I go to bird's eye view, and the stairs, I think, if I'm not mistaken, they are, where are they? They are actually on this same side. So I might, oh, because it's quite close to the edge, I might not be able to get away with it, but there's only one way to find out. So you get the basement tool, and with the basement tool, you literally do not have to go to the basement. You can literally build a basement, right, without going there. And like I said, I don't think I'll be able to, seriously. Okay, let's do that again. Let's take a, because of, I think it's because of the round room. So let's take a section. Let's see. Please don't get rid, invalid, of course. So it would have to be on the straight, because there's no basement curve tool. So I'm going to use that one. The heck, is this a basement tool? It is. So excuse me. Give me my basement. Hang on, let me see. That's interesting. That's fine though. Hang on, let's see. Did it build it? Let me see what's going on. Okay, it did build it. Okay. Wait. What am I doing wrong? Ah. Let's try that again, shall we? Ah, I think. Okay. Because basically the idea is you build a basement tool, you build a basement underneath, and you are actually able to, so I have done it. Wait, what did I do that's different? Hang on. Come hither, basement. Come. Right there. Okay. I've put it on the same level as the pool. Thank you. Ah, I think I know what I did. I was trying to remember, like, what am I doing? I think it's this. Did I put a platform? Because you literally, there is a build. I don't know if I did a live stream of it or not. Hang on, what's it saying? Can be placed in water. The lies. Oh, maybe they fixed it. Was it a glitch? Were we able to get away with it because of a glitch? Maybe they fixed it. Hang on. I think they fixed it. Because I literally was able to place it where it's kind of like this, right? Kind of like that. But it was inside the pool. I need to find the build where I did that, and I'll show you. And then, like, literally by the time, you literally can see the stairs in the pool. But now it's saying it cannot be built in the pool. Hence, them probably eliminating the option. That's annoying. Okay, there is an alternative. Again, if I could find that particular structure, I need to remember what the name is for that structure. If I can be able to remember that structure, then that's the same one as well. Let me see if it's in the pool tools. No, it's not here either. That is literally the same structure. Oh, I think you might be able to use these. Oh no, the straight version. Yeah, I think I might be able to use these. Can I make, oh no, if I make them bigger, it won't work. But using these, I think at certain angles, I can actually be able to create a whole curved situation. So that kind of gives you an idea. So obviously we haven't gone very far. We're trying to get the structure of the pool right, which we have not come anywhere close. We have literally not come anywhere close to doing that. I feel like this part here should be, I want to add, come on. I think it would have to be like this. Maybe that will let me this time. Hello, finish. Rosie, hey. We're trying to figure out the pool, and you know how difficult they are. So, but I'm about to end the stream because this was only a short stream to just get the series started. So, all right, let me use this to get rid of this. Okay. Did it keep? It kept the pool. That's so annoying. There we go. How are you doing, Han? I hope you are well. Hang on. Come on. Okay, undo. Just undo everything because you're going to get on my nerves. Get on my last nerve. Thank you. All right, so we're going to have to figure out the curvature of this eventually. No, no, no. That won't work. That will not work. Yep. Oof. The bane of your existence. Here's the thing, right? Obviously, it's you can see the picture from your dream home. It's that exact structure. That's the tough one. Like there's cutesy things that you can make, such as this. Let me just quickly show you, and then I'm gonna be ending the stream. How long? I've exceeded my time. Super busy, I can imagine. I've been good as well. Just got a slight cold flu. I can't quite tell what it is, to be honest. So things like this, right? Oh, no, stay. Otherwise, yeah, can't complain, to be honest. Do I remember? Yeah. Things like this are not too tough. To make. Okay, no, I don't like that angle. That's not the angle I was aiming for. Undo. That is not the angle that I am aiming for. Hang on. Wait, where's this? I need a proper center. Hang on. There go. You move here some more. Is that even? How many tiles? Yes, that's even now. Okay, perfect. All right, let's do this. Da, 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 da. Whoa. I have choice words, but I will withhold. There we go, but it's too wide. Hang on. I think I made it too wide. Come bigger. You become bigger. Let's try that again. This time I'm going to use the bigger tiles. But I'm going to bring it in slightly. Bring it in slightly. And then... it is cutesy. And then... Funny enough, this is something I've done multiple times. The fact that it's escaping my head right now is insane. It's actually insane. Okay. No. Okay. Although that's going to be too thing as well. How did I do it last time? My gosh, I'm so annoyed with myself right now. Literally, I've been able to make like the perfect heart. But you literally can be able to play around and create all kinds of cute shapes. So maybe if we can't get this right, maybe we'll make something cuter for it. So anyways, as you can see, we've been just trying to figure out the structure. I haven't done the let me go here. Let me bring back the bird's eye view. Okay, let's bring that out ever so slightly. I haven't done the other floors yet. Oh, thank you, Rosie. And so we are going to obviously be in a position where for the next stream, where we're going to explore some more with the build and then work on the rest of the floors and just mainly put things in place. Like right now, I'm just trying to go with what I see roughly without, because I think this protrudes slightly as well. This protrudes slightly, and then the stairs, let me take these ones actually. And then I can actually put them here because there are stairs right there at the top that come down. And then we're literally going to be putting a lot of terrain. There's a section here that kind of dips in with some stairs, so I'm going to have to work on that and dip that in. Make sure that I add the stilts, or should I say it's more or less honestly what do you call them? It is what are they called? What are they called? Oh my gosh, what's the word? What's your name? Columns, that's it. And then it's got, actually yours has got square ones, a little bit thicker than this. So something similar to this. So those are the columns at the edges of the property. And they do kind of go away, but it's not going to let me do that anyways. And then we're going to have to find a way to kind of cover them up and make this look more solid. I might be able to, because this, there's a picture I'm looking at on the side that's kind of the basement, and that's what the part I was actually talking about initially, that I think it's a garage. Ah, that makes sense now. Yes. Okay, I'm so glad I did it like this. So there is like what looks like a door here, a door there. So when I actually add the foundation, it's going to be something, it looks, aha, that makes sense. So which means, am I going to be able to get away with putting something like a half wall, not a trim, girl. I might, oh, I think because it's still going to take the structure of the thing. Yeah, I thought it would. That's fine though, because then I can just use a very short, stop it. Behave. There you go. A very short half wall will allow me to get away with it. Where I might be able to... Oh my gosh, stop. Stop trying to climb. I suppose... Okay, got it. I might... Aha. There we go. Okay, I think I figured out a plan. So long as it bleeds... Oh my gosh, you're so annoying. My gosh. Bird's eye view, please. Okay, thank you. What was that nonsense? And then I can literally bring up the rest of it to kind of like match it. So that if I put the foundation, it will still give me a very similar structure. And then I will have to literally, it probably will protest, but these wooden doors that it seems to have at the bottom, something like this. Yeah, something like this. I would not, I knew it, but that's okay. Go on then. Go on then. Go on then. Be stubborn. Go where you want. And don't think for a second that I'm not going to change it. Oh, wait, at the back as well, there's like a balcony. So I have to reduce this one. Got it. Okay, this is actually really helpful. And I might have to bring this forward so that it's literally right where the stairs are. Ah. So you, my darling, are going to actually have to move up to there. So that this can actually come there. Okay, now you're full of... Okay, you know what? Yeah, it's going to have to be there. So you can actually follow it. There. So that one can actually come there. Aha. Voila. This is awesome. So that's given me an idea on what I can actually be able to do. And then these door thingies that are literally near there, I can literally escape. I can, hello, welcome. Say hello to my little friend, aka tool mod. Let's elevate, and then we're going to move it all the way down. Minus 0.5. Let's see how far down this goes. Okay, a bit more. So which means we can minus 1. Okay, minus 1.5. Okay, I don't know how far it's gone because I literally can't see them. So I'm gonna, there we go. There they are. Okay, and thank you. That was an accident. Toggle group, please. There we go. And that creates, and then I have to, if, I don't know, which packs is it that we have? We need like a barn door thing that can act. Oh no, we do have a garage door that is part of debug. So, and then we're going to be able to place it there. I have to bring that down a bit, but that should be able to give us the structure that we need. And then here, I'm going to bring that to protrude. And that part here, a part of it is actually a balcony. So that's good to know. So the structure literally ends kind of there. All right. All right, guys, with that said, we are going to bring to a pause. Let's go to build mode where Rosie, CC, this is CC free Rosie. Oh, thank you, Rosie. So this is CC free you. No CC. Oh, what are you doing, girl? No CC. And so this is potentially her new house. I can actually still move these in build mode because I need them to kind of like shift. Control Shift C. Destiny. Cheats. True. Okay. All caps is on. And no. There we go. Toggle. And then elevate. I'm just going to do minus 0.05. Just a little bit. Okay, maybe more. Elevate. Minus 0.01 because 0.5 didn't take it there. 0.5 and then you will be good. Thank you for the hearts. Thank you for the hearts. Did I just toggle it out? Toggle. Thank you. And then to elevate minus 0.05 because I only did. There we go. That's much better. It's more grounded that way. Has she got where? Not you swimming in an unfinished swimming pool. At least she's got something because she can't enter the house anyways. It's outdoors for you. Right, guys, we're going to exit before the welcome wagon. It's you! Before the welcome wagon comes, let's go ahead and save because I feel like I haven't saved. No ladder. She literally, listen, she's gangster. She's like, listen, I can get in here. What are you talking about? What are you talking about, mate? Like, we swim. No matter what, we swim. And I don't know if they can swim in here. It's a shame they can't swim. This is Brindleton Bay, by the way. I chose this riverside because I feel like it's the ideal location. So, guys, with that said, we are... yeah, she probably cannonballed right in. I'm just quickly going to go and get a link for those who obviously are not familiar. I wish there was a way, you know how Twitch has a raid? I think YouTube has one, but I don't know if it's activated when you're not monetized or whatever, which is really annoying. But let me see actually what my features are. No, I don't see the option. So I'm just going to literally just share the link, which is perfectly fine. Let's see, share, copy. So we guys are going to be going over, let me go back to OBS. Oh, actually I have to post on both. Okay. We are going to be going over to Dietrich's channel where he's also playing The Sims and he seems to be messing around with some fairies. Goodness knows what kind of chaos he's causing over that side. Probably going, watch this, whilst, you know, yeah, we all know what that means. So, so I've posted the link. I'm posting the link over in the Twitch chat as well as in the YouTube chat. Guys, you can go over and watch Dietrich over there. Let me just go to my stream manager on Twitch because for some reason I didn't log into there. Here we go. So Dietrich is over. He is streaming right now over on YouTube. Otherwise, guys, I want to thank you so much for joining me on this quick little live stream. As you know, I do long live streams normally. So this was a quick live stream because I just wanted to kickstart this series so that I can actually get started with this build. And, you know, initially I was going to do it as a speed build, but I thought, you know what, actually, it would be quite fun to kind of just get some input, especially if there's something that I have missed. You know, the chat can kind of help me kind of go, oh, maybe you can do this. And maybe some people might have ideas that I know I might be decent at building, but you never know. There might be still things that I don't know, right? So anyways, guys, I'll just leave with a word to say, guys, please always remember to be kind to one another. You never know what a word of kindness can do to be able to actually save a life. And always think about it. The Bible verse that I kind of stick to is love your neighbor as yourself, which is basically you have to be in a position to be able to have that level of self-care without self-indulgence. And when you learn to do that, you'll be able to understand what it truly means to love your neighbor. And that also means that you do not hate your enemies, actually, because that's not what the Bible teaches us. It actually teaches us to love our neighbors, even the people that actually hate us, because when you pour love for the people who actually hate you, it actually softens their hearts in order for them to actually see the world in a different perspective. Because sometimes you never know what people have been taught growing up. Some people have just been taught nothing but hate, and some people have been tormented to the point where they've ended up hating the world. And so if we repay hate with hate, we are just building a hateful world. And so why not just stick to loving your neighbor as yourself, where you know that you want people to love on you, you want people to care about you, you want people to be considerate and compassionate towards you, right? And so if you want that from people, why not give that back out? And especially even more so, it speaks to more to character when you do that to people who the world has discarded, who the world sees as evil. If you show them love, you never know what that can do to actually change their perspective on how they see the world and how they see other people and how they see life, and they actually can learn to also value life. And so otherwise, guys, from myself and Rosie, who apparently likes fitness. Okay, Rosie, I see you. Um, and take care. God bless. Until next time. Goodbye.